Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today I want to talk a little bit more about the boost emblem system. I got to admit really quickly that I have like pre-patch, pre-update blues. I've gotten to this point where maybe y'all agree with me and you know what I'm talking about, where like right before a big patch, I just don't really want to play the game and I just kind of want to wait for everything new coming out. But I've been doing a lot of theory crafting and talking about the new boost emblem system and just thinking about how it's going to actually feel. And so I wanted to pose this question. So is the boost emblem system good enough to make someone like Garchomp a good character? Is this going to make Garchomp OP? Could this, do anything significant for a character like Garchomp? Now, I picked Garchomp today just because it's one of my favorite characters in the game. It's actually the character that I first really got into in the Japanese beta, and it's a really fun character, but Garchomp has just been left in the dust. Zeraora was pretty much left in the dust, but now we know that there's going to be some buffs there, and Garchomp is just struggling. It's just not the best all-rounder, and that's unfortunate considering the fact that the all-rounder role, the all-rounder class is incredibly strong, but Garchomp is unfortunately kind of left behind. Even Azumarill getting some changes in the upcoming patch, or presumably getting some changes. So what exactly is the boost emblem system going to be able to achieve for some of these characters? I want to talk a little bit about that today and what I actually think it's going to feel like. There's a difference between looking at the system and what I think it's going to actually feel like. So to just be blunt with you and to answer the question, and like I said, I always like these discussions because you can comment back and I can read what you're thinking about it. No, I don't think that this boost emblem system is going to impact characters that are poor performing at all. But what I do think could happen with this system, and this isn't really related to Garchomp, is I think that we could find really niche builds or really interesting interactions with some of these like emblem stats and passives that make something a little bit better than it was. Or, I mean, technically it's going to make everybody a little bit better than it was, but could like kind of inch characters towards a certain build or inch characters towards a certain play style. And that's something that I can't even give you an example. I can give you an example, but I don't think it's a good example. Like Shadow Claw Aegislash. Like, I think that you could maybe go for a crit focus build, or you could go for a more tanky build and play into the CDR, the cooldown reduction. So there are things where I think that this system could, angle us in certain directions and find like more niche play styles for the characters, or just personal preference. But I don't think that this system is going to be impactful enough to actually take, a quote unquote bad player or bad Pokemon, I should say, and make it very good. So, looking at all the leaked passives and all the information that we have, what do I even want to build on Garchomp? I don't know. Maybe attack, maybe CDR, maybe I'll go into tankiness a little bit. Maybe you just really build it like all-rounder, you put some early crit on it. Either which way, I don't think it's going to do very much for the character. The boost emblem system is really cool, and I like the boost emblem system a lot, but I really am not a huge fan. I'm not really looking forward to the acquisition of this entire system. The reality to me, and this is really what I wanted to talk about a little bit on top of the subject of whether or not it's going to impact characters in a big way, because I really don't think that it is the fact that you could create all your builds right now. You could sit down and lab it all out. And the reality is that we are so incredibly far away from being actually able to use those builds, because the boost emblem system is going to take a long time to get through. You can only open 30 rewards a day. I'm assuming they're going to give us more than just the 30 unlocks a day. Like, maybe they'll put some in events. Maybe they'll, we'll get the free roll a day. I don't know. I really don't know how fast or slow this system is going to feel, but to me, I think it's going to feel pretty slow to actually unlock everything and to like feel it out. I think it's going to feel pretty slow, but the thing is like when you start making builds, you're just going to make builds with like whatever you have. Like, there's going to be such little min-maxing early on, I think, probably for like a really long time. If let's say I'm an all-rounder or a Cinderace, right? And I have like 6 orange badges or emblems. I call them badges for some reason. If I have like 6 emblems and they're orange, but the stats are all over the place. I don't even remember what all the orange ones are, right? Because we just aren't familiar with it yet. I'm going to throw those 6 on my page almost regardless of what it is, because I want the attack stat bonus. And so that's what it's going to feel like a lot early on. Like, early on, there's not really a ton of theory crafting or needing to know builds that I think you're going to need to do. You're just going to need to know what the passives are. So, you know, if you're a tank, you might want to go for CDR or the health passive. If you're an all-rounder, maybe you'll go for attack, CDR, the health passive. If you're an SP attacker, you know, you'll probably go for the green passive so you can get some extra SP attack. But at the end of the day, it's not really going to matter what stats you're slotting too much early on, because you can't really min-max the system until you have everything unlocked. And I really am expecting it to probably take an incredibly long amount of time. So this system is cool, but I think it's more cool whenever you can look at it and say like, oh, that system is fun when you have everything, right? Like messing around with it in concept is way more fun in my opinion than like actually probably playing with it, because I think when you actually play with it, you're gonna realize just how little control over it you probably have. So but overall, I'm looking forward to the system. I don't think that it's gonna be anything that's too crazy or too hard to understand. I've seen a lot of opinions about it. I think the biggest question marks are what really cool niche builds will come out of it. Unfortunately for Garchomp and the whole topic of the video, I don't think Garchomp will rise to the forefront of the meta or anything based off of it, but there will be some really cool interactions that will be found over time. And yeah, the biggest question mark is just acquisition. What's it going to feel like? How much does the energy, you know, tank boost really help it? Like, is it whalable? Is it something? I don't know. We'll see all these crazy factors in time. So friends, thank you so much for watching. This is kind of a shorter video. I just wanted to talk about some things. We are preparing for this new update. I'll probably be streaming on the update release, which is like 3 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, so I'll be up late playing the new mode and the new boss rush mode, and just enjoying the new updates. So thank you so much for watching. Drop a like on the video and comment below. I want to hear your thoughts about what you were thinking about this system entirely, because this video really isn't about Garchomp as much as it is about the entirety of the system and what it's going to feel like getting your hands on it. So friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to be kind to one another. Tell someone you love them. I'll see you in the next video.